Hey, welcome to another Peck and Nosh video. I'm David G and this is Chef Chuck.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back.
Today we're making a Valentine's Day cookie for you.
That's right. We're going to do a spin off that little corner store cream cheese pink sugar ball cookie. It's really gross. We're going to do a raspberry white chocolate version. We're going to do a raspberry cookie dough. We're going to glaze it with the raspberry mirror glaze. Then we're going to put cream cheese frosting on top and do a tempered white chocolate heart. Aww. Aww.
That sounds wonderful.
Do you think so? Good.
It's the Valentine's Day monkey.
Yay!
Aww. I find you very appealing.
Aww.
Don't monkey around my heart.
Aww.
You're so hot, I would eat gnats off of your furry back.
Oh my, okay. You're
so
sweet.
sexy, I would throw my feces at you. I think the monkey is going to enjoy his Valentine's Day this year.
Happy Valentine's, everybody.
Let's get making this cookie.
First thing we're going to do is make the cookie dough. We got butter, cream cheese, granulated sugar, freeze-dried raspberry powder that I processed in a coffee grinder, salt, AP flour, and green cardamom. Remember, I love my little mortar pestle, right? Just take out the skins. Oh, it smells so good. Beautiful. So I got my room temp butter, my room temp cream cheese. I'm going to smooth these together. Mix my sugar and salt. And add it. Add a little vanilla. Turn it on and slowly add my flour. Add my raspberry. I'm gonna add my cardamom. All right. So I don't want to overwork the dough, so I'm just gonna finish mixing it by hand real quick. So we've got our dough mixed. Perfect. We're gonna put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to solid it up, and we're gonna make our cream cheese frosting next.
I get to make the frosting. Nice cream cheese butter frosting. So we're gonna start with the fats, which is the butter and the cream cheese, and I got it all measured out for you. And I'm just gonna dump that in here. And we got the paddle on, and we're gonna use it, and we're gonna turn it on really slow. Then we're gonna go a little faster. Scraping the sides. We're going to scrape the sides. Move it up here, and now we got our powdered sugar. And we're going to throw that in there. Maybe a little bit. Then start that off. And we're going to put a little more in there. All right. We're ready to go. Now it goes in the fridge.
Woohoo! Now we're gonna make the mirror, mirror on the wall raspberry mirror glaze. Who's the fairest of them all? Of course. So first up, we got a raspberry puree and our gelatin powder. Mix it in. Just gonna stir it around to rehydrate the gelatin. Probably about 5 minutes, and you'll see like these little clumps in here. Everything will be translucent, right? You'll see little clear beads basically. So I got my raspberry and gelatin over here blooming. While that's happening, I've got my condensed milk and my pot on low heat. All I'm gonna do with these is heat them and my granulated sugar. Basically so the sugar dissolves, right? It's really the only reason that we are heating this up is to dissolve the sugar. And also the heat from that is going to melt the raspberry gelatin mixture, right? And the white chocolate that we're going to add at the end. So the raspberry adds a little bit of aromatic and also a little acidity. So it's tart and sweet and buttery and creamy and cheesy instead of being just one clump of creamy and sugar, right? Right. And you want to make it special for your Valentine, right? Yeah. Better behave. All right. So our mixture here is on a little flame, kind of like me. We have a raspberry gelatin mixture here. Plop that in. Just stir that around until it's melted. Okay, for a mirror glaze, you want to make sure that you're not incorporating too many air bubbles after you add the gelatin. So switch to a rubber spatula, right? So try not to overmix and make any bubbles. Now I'm going to pour this mixture over my white chocolate. And the heat from that's gonna soften it. The heat from our mixture has softened the white chocolate, so now I'm gonna mix it together using a rubber spatula, as you can see, right? I want this to be like a blood red, deep passion, heart, love, right? I don't know, guys, what do you think? Is that a pretty good Valentine's Day red? I think it looks pretty good. Guess I should taste it, huh? Yeah, very nice. I'm gonna set that aside and we're gonna go bake cookies. I'm gonna turn the oven on to 350. Bonk. All right, I'm dividing the dough into 2-ounce portions. Then I'm going to go back and roll them nice and even. And then I'm going to set them on the sheet pan. Then I'm going to flatten them out. Then we're going to bake them for 18 minutes. So I portioned these out. As you can see, I'm going to roll them nice smooth balls. I like the meat the ball. So I'm pressing these. I've got a glass and some cold water and a towel to pick up or to wipe off after I press each cookie. Press it down. If it sticks to the glass, it's okay. It's not a major deal. You can just put that right back down. If they're a little misshapen, you can also just press them right back down into the nice little roundness. I don't mind a little irregularity, especially for something that's made by hand, you know. This raspberry sausage. All right, anyway. Put it in the oven. We're going to do 18 minutes. Right smack dab in the middle. Quick note that because the freeze-dried raspberry added into the dough doesn't have any moisture, it's going to tend to brown a little bit easier or more so on the bottom before it does on the top necessarily, right? So don't fret, just don't let it get any darker than that, and you should be good to go. So good. So we want our cookies to cool to a really nice room temp. We don't want any heat because that will inhibit the mirror glaze from setting, and we don't want that. Right. Now the fun part. We've got our room temp cookies. We're gonna set our cookies up on a rack, leaving a little bit of space in between. Got our beautiful glaze, nice and melted. So don't go too fast when you're glazing these. Start in the middle, then work to the outside. Right? Make sure you cover everything. Beautiful. Aren't they pretty? So we're gonna let these set probably for about an hour. If you're strapped for time, you can put them in the refrigerator for a few minutes. But as with all pastry, we should have lots of patience and be mentally organized and planned out, right? So I got my cold frosting here, and it doesn't set completely hard, but I'm just gonna give it just a little mix, right? A little bag. So now I've got a frosting. So I'm gonna start from the center, maybe. And just go all the way, around. Try and stay as even as possible. Watch out for the little bubbles. Yeah, that's better. And just let the frosting just guide it, right? If you want to do different piping style, you can do that too. Okay. You can do a heart if you want to do a heart, right? Oh, so cute! Oh. I have a very artistic aesthetic, so I don't like everything to look the same, right? So I'm gonna try that. And remember that we're gonna put crushed freeze-dried raspberries on there and the white chocolate hearts, so you know, we'll have some dimension and variation. So cheap, easy, flavorful, Trader Joe's freeze-dried fruit. It's great, right? As you can see, these are very dry and crispy. So I'm just gonna stay on one side of the cookie for that, right? Just because we're gonna have our white chocolate heart, so it'll be contrasted there. It'll be very nice. And I don't like a fine powder. I like a little texture, you know. If you want to do a fine powder, you certainly can. I have this nifty little sifter right here that if I crush the berries into that, then I can do a spot of just nice red where it's nice and even, right? Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you how to make the sort of lattice heart, right? You can use dark chocolate if you want. I'm using white chocolate today to keep up with the theme. Tools you'll need are a little cutter, doesn't matter if it's metal or plastic, and you'll need a comb, right? I'm gonna use, this one has 4 different sides, a little bit different each one. I'm gonna use the one with the smaller spaces in between the bigger teeth. So see, there's more space in between the grooves. You got to think about the part of this tool that's going to touch the surface. All right, so I'm going to tempered my chocolate, brought it up to 118 degrees, and I've cooled it down to about 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 88 degrees, right in there. So now, I'll take a little bit of chocolate, put it on one side, then I'm going to comb it. Right. I'm going to do the second one. Very easy. Right. Okay, now we're waiting for the chocolate to start to crystallize. Obviously we don't want it too soft or else it's just gonna smear all together. And we don't want it to set, right? So we want it somewhere in between. So you can see how the chocolate is a little bit matte, but it's still a little sticky, but it's not totally wet, right? That's what we're looking for. I'm just gonna do a crisscross, blink, right? Then I got my little cutter here, just like that, right? Can you guys see what I did there? See how it is, right? Okay. At this point, our chocolate's set. So I'm just gonna carefully peel. Don't pull it up when you take it off because it's so thin and delicate. Pull it downward, right? Some of these need to be kind of recut again, and it actually picks it up, so it's beautiful for that, right? Just poke it out with my finger. Oh, how nice. Little hearts. There's a little heart.
So we've got some really red looking cookies here. That is a wonderful color on the beautiful. That looks fantastic with the mirror glaze, the cream cheese, and the chocolate heart.
Yum. Very, very nice. Smells very much like raspberry. Yum, yum.
And Melvin the Valentine's monkey approves too.
Oh, hi, Melvin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well.
Nice. What do you think of our cookies?
I would love those cookies. I would totally trade my big banana for one of those cookies.
Is that your banana that you're eating poking my neck, or is that your tail? Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Take it. Oh, jeez. You guys, remember to laugh. Click like, turn on your notifications, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.